Hello, everybody. We are live. I think. Who is here? Ryan, how you doing? Pepper, how you doing? Doctor, look, let's be honest. You don't mean all cyclists, do you? What about mine? No, don't mean all cyclists. Nothing wrong with bikers. They're not on the road. Lee, how we doing? Jason, how are we doing? Hopefully we've got some cyclists on. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully we do. And hopefully they will comment. Is it okay to call you Blind Celio? I've been called worse, mate. So it doesn't matter. I've been called a lot worse. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come on, but just it's been so funny. People always say, they don't always say, they mainly say, don't feed your trolls. Don't talk to your trolls, ignore them. I'm telling you now, the volume, that's the reason why the volume is low. There we go. I'm telling you now, feed your trolls. Feed your trolls, people, because it works. I can assure you. That's why all these other people on YouTube are so, you know, they get millions of followers. All the people that go against, like, say, the norm, or you know, they might have opinions that most people don't like or whatever. They've got millions and millions of followers. But I'm telling you, and I'll give you a quick example now before we continue. So the shorts I've been doing recently, okay? Like the last one I posted got 2,400 views so far. That wasn't even a day ago. Then the one before that got 3,600 views. The one before that got 1,800 views. The one before that got 3,400. The Cyclist, 141,000. It works. Oh, it works. And it's so funny. Trolling the trolls and winding people up. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. So I'm telling you, it works. What's the Cyclist video? The one I put up a short a few weeks ago. You'll see the video. It's just a short. It was just, I knew exactly what I was doing. And it worked to perfection. Just perfection. I knew what I was going to do. Just knew it. It was brilliant. Just brilliant. I love a troll. So do I. I truly, truly do. Why is my camera moving again? I truly love a troll too. I'm telling you. Oh, it's stop. I don't want you to track. Stop tracking. You're not tracking now? No, you're not tracking. I'm telling you. Feed your trolls, people, because it's brilliant. I'm going to show you some comments now that I've got and that, because it's just hilarious. Gives you energy. Volume. It must be good now. I got the old mic in front of me boat. The Wheel Archman. The Wheel Archman? Who's the Wheel Archman? I can't see it. If you go on my shorts, you'll see it. I can't find the video either. If you go to my channel, go to shorts, and you'll see it. It's titled Fucking Cyclist. I think it was like, was it 3 or 4 weeks ago? I put it up, I think. I can't remember. Somewhere in around there. Everyone likes a cyclist, I guess, especially in rush hour. That's t-shirts too white for you, car guys. Yeah, well, it's actually, look, Bodgit and Leggit t-shirt. You can get that in my merch store down below. Believe me, it wouldn't last long if it was if I was working in it. In fact, I've only just put it on and it's dirty. Like, I've literally done nothing. I just sat in it and it's dirty. I just watched it. Cyclists are great, especially when my dash cam catches them going through red lights. See, that's another thing. It's double standards. You know, they go through red lights, they do everything, and they think it's okay. But yet, as soon as you say anything, then I tell you, I don't want to say the word yet, but I'm going to show you the comments that I've been accused of, which is just hilarious. Take the bumper off to fit power steering. Man says remove the liner. No, that wasn't to do the power steering. That was to a bulb. People try and be clever. I put up a load of YouTube shorts recently because they're just fun to do, and you can kind of, you know, they're tongue-in-cheek video, just like the cycling video, and people just take everything way too seriously. I was doing a job on that, but I was just showing you how awkward it is to even test, you know, to see what the level is like. And some people, well, that's not. One guy, I'll show you the comment. One guy said, there's no fluid, there's no power steering fluid in electric pump system. Yeah, and I mean, technically he's talking about the new one, he's right, but the video that I show is completely wrong. These are just fucking idiots that come on and they think they know what they're talking about. But when I do something, especially this cycling video, I don't just put it up. I'm prepared. I know what I'm doing, and I'm prepared, and I'm ready to fire both barrels at people with proper, not just, I mean, there's a lot of sarcasm, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of sarcasm, which is fucking hilarious, but there's also, I've got proof that what you can and can't do, basically. So when people, again, I'm going to go to that in a minute. I just want to read these comments. I don't want to spoil it yet because I've got so much to go through. I haven't got a lot of time to do it. Ryan message retracted, so I don't know what he says. Gary, all right, Leon, how you doing, Gary? You only told the truth. So basically, in this, which I'll show you now in a second, I can put the I'll put some of the comments up here, and we'll go through some of the comments now in a minute. First thing is, don't assume nothing. You know what they say about assumptions, so assume fuck all, okay? For example, now this guy Richard, to be fair, he wasn't being like bad or anything. Can I move that to the side? Why can't I move that? Oh, I can't get that comment. I need to sort that out 1 second. But he was like, well, there's no law in the UK. Why can't I get that? Oh, what you doing? Oh, I've missed my short. No, no. Just wrong. Hold on 1 second. They're blocking up the whole road. Yeah, yeah. Fucking cyclist. That's fine, but don't block up the... why can't I get... No, it's not going to work, is it? Is it zoomed in too far? Surely not. Zoom out. Right, I might have to do it that way then. Which is, I didn't particularly want to do it because I don't know how that's going to come out on there. Oh, it's still all right. So, I feel your pain. I do the same job, but you have a greater understanding and don't seem to get stressed like me fucking... Or believe me, I do. And I've filmed videos of me swearing and everything. I do. If there was, I tell you, if there was a camera crew following me around, if I get a proper camera crew following me around, it would be like American Chopper. I know I'd blow up. I know I would. It'd be brilliant. Anyway, so what was I saying? Right. So this guy here, this guy was actually, he was being fine, this Richard guy. But again, he assumed here in the UK there is no law. Now, actually, no, he didn't assume. Sorry. This guy was all right. But there's people like, well, let's try and find them. Going to be too... I'll find them in a second. But anyway, I just go through a few things before I try and find them. So, but basically, people were saying, well, in the UK, where this video is filmed from, that's what he actually said. There is no law, and I'm like, let's try and find that, because that was quite funny. Because people just assume. One guy says, well, he's got an English accent and he's driving on the right-hand side of the road or the left-hand side of the road, so that means he's in England. How the fuck does that mean I'm in England? Like, don't assume anything. And then people throwing me all these English laws. Well, in England, you can get 6 points for holding your phone while driving. That's another fucking assumption. I wasn't holding my phone when I was driving. I've actually got, which I'm going to show you now in a second, I've got the camera mount I was using, and I will show it even in my van. This is the camera. I've got the attachment for a laptop on it, but you can see it's huge. It bolts into the bottom where the bottom on the ground where the seat is, and it allows me fully adjustable, and I can put laptops, I can put anything on. It's kind of similar to what the police use. You'll see them in the American cop cars, right? They're really good. So when I stick my camera mount on it and it's vibrating, and because of the way I've got it, oh, you're using your phone. I wasn't using my phone. Again, why are you assuming? And you're saying there's 6 points. I can get 6 points because I'm in the UK. No, you can't. And you don't get 6 points in Ireland for a start. You're not allowed to use your phone when driving, granted. But you don't get 6 points. So again, you're assuming because you're a fucking idiot. It's so funny when people assume. And then when I call them out on it, well, it's this, it's that, and they just try and get out by saying other things. I watched a clip on YouTube today. Cyclist tried to pass a Ford Transit. When the van was turning at the lights, broke the bike, crashed into the driver, got out. Cyclist apologized. Oh, fair play. Actually, a couple of cyclists, to be fair, right? A few cyclists have come on here and said they shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry for them, basically. And they were apologizing. There was cyclists on the comments, read them. Cyclists apologizing because they know. Because they know. And the really funny thing is, right? This is what I got accused of in this video. I don't know how long the video is. It's like 30 odd seconds, I think. 20 odd seconds, right? I've been accused. Are you ready? Because they don't win the argument. This is the problem with the world. This is why I said we're all doomed in the title. Because when people try and say something and then someone comes back and it completely shuts them down, they can't continue in their argument. You're inciting hate. I'll start again because that didn't make any sense. You're inciting hate. You're racist. There's comments on that video calling me racist and inciting hate. Like, tell me you're a cyclist without telling me you're a cyclist. Oh, for fuck's sake. Inciting hate and being racist. Oh my God. Now, also, how about the amount of cyclists texting and using their phone while riding? Well, again, I don't know if that's actually against the law, because here's where the law gets tricky, right? Now, again, I've come prepared. I have got, which I've put also in the video, and I'll see if I can get it here for you now. I have got proper articles where people have been banned and fined. A bus driver was banned for holding up traffic in a tractor. Now, this is where the law comes into it. So a cyclist, no matter who you are, cyclist, car, doesn't matter who you are. The rules of the road state you are not allowed to affect the flow of traffic. Okay, that's fact. Now, it also comes in under driving without due care and attention. Now, that's such a big, huge banner. The reason why they do that is because there isn't any. If they was using specific laws for everything, there'd be billions and billions of laws and people get away with too much. So there is specific laws for like murder and stuff like that. But then there is other laws that come under a huge banner. For example, driving without due care and attention does affect cyclists. You can get done for driving or cycling without due care and attention, which could mean millions of things. It could mean you're blocking traffic. It could mean you're swerving over the road. Like, it is such a huge banner that they can get you for it. The reason why, and this is what also they don't tell you, because when cyclists say, well, you showed me all the cyclists that have been banned and that got fined and all this. The reason why cyclists don't get banned and fined is because it's very difficult to prove, even with videos. Now, what I mean by that is, if I have a video of a car doing something wrong, I've got the person's number plate. I can go to the police with that number plate and they'll check it out. They'll see the video. Let's say, I don't know, they did something wrong anyway, and you had a video of it. You can prove from that number plate that car was involved. The police then go and investigate. They know the car and they're going to get to the bottom of it most of the time. But when you've got cyclists doing something wrong, you've only filmed the back of the heads. There's no identifying marks on them. So you can get them doing something wrong, but you go to the police with that video, the police are not going to know where to start because it could be anybody. So that's why cyclists don't get done as much as they should, because you can't prove who they are. What you really need to happen is like a police car to behind them and to doing something wrong, and then the police witness it. Then you're okay, because then the police can stop them and you're fine. But one thing I also do know 1,000,000%, because again, when I do a video like this, I get my facts right, and I know what I'm doing before I do the video, and I know the issues that it's going to cause, is I spoke to people I know in law enforcement, and they've all said, yes, when a group of cyclists see a cop car behind them, they act completely different. They do what they're supposed to do. They don't do this because they know. So if they were truly thinking they were in the right, they wouldn't act differently. And I've had that from a few coppers saying that when they get in a marked police car behind cyclists, they act different. So if they are all right and all powerful and correct, why do you act different when there's fucking coppers behind you? Fucking arseholes. Fucking arseholes. Why do cyclists ride 3 abreast? And also, one thing I did, and I'm going to be fair to some of the cyclists now in the comments, right? Because again, I'm going to take both sides, right? This fucking thing keeps tracking. I'm going to take both sides. And I never thought of this, but it's true. Some guy said, well, if they ride single file, you've got it'll take forever to get past them all, which is fair enough. Not disputing that, but then they shouldn't ride in such a big pack. Another guy said, and I'm going to try and find these comments. Well, would you be so angry if it was pedestrians and horses? Another thing a lot of people have done, which is absolutely crazy and so fucking hilarious, they'll justify something with something else. So we're talking about cyclists. Well, what about horses? I'm not fucking talking about horses. I'm talking about cyclists. Well, you're the sort of person that goes past the horse and revs your car, and you're like, why are you trying to justify something completely different? Okay, it makes no sense. You're up in court for murder. I can't even fucking talk. You're up in court for murder, and you say, "Oh, well, my next door neighbour fell down the stairs." Okay, what's that got to do with it? Oh no, I'm just telling you. It has fuck all to do with anything. What you can't justify pedestrians and tractors and everything with the same thing as cyclists. They only do that because they lose the argument, and it's fucking hilarious that they lose the argument so quickly. They have to then, oh, what about cyclists? Oh, what about pedestrians? And one person said to me, well, what about if it was a group of pedestrians or horses? Would you still be annoyed? 100%. If there was 20 people in the middle of the road like that walking, yes, I would be annoyed. And the reason why I'd be annoyed, because it's so fucking dangerous. The road that they were on, this is what another thing that people don't understand, right? The road that these people were on is a back road, even though it's a main road between two, because one person says, well, I bet it's a back road and there's no one on it. It's a main road between two big towns, but it's still a back road because they're in Royal Island, right? So there's a lot of blind corners on this road, and it's an 80-kilometre road, 50-mile-an-hour road. So when you're traveling, even doing 40 mile an hour, which is completely under the speed limit, and you come across a blind corner and there was 20 people walking at 3 mile an hour, It is dangerous. And yes, I would be, because you'd plow through them and you would kill them. A cyclist or a pedestrian in a big group is not going to fare better than a car. They just won't. They just won't. So again, all this trying to pass it on to something else and talk about cyclists, talk about tractors, talk about horses, it's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You can't justify something with something else because it doesn't make sense. This is just because they lose the battle so fucking quickly. I've been accused of trolling online because I've been trying to explain something so they just don't understand. The cyclists are the worst. Cyclists should contribute to their own cycle lanes. Well, I've got another video, and I don't want to spoil this. I've got another video, right, which I'm going to put in another short that, again, completely and utterly destroys what the cyclists are saying. And I don't want to... I'll give you a little teaser because I don't want to spoil it. They're on a main road, 100 kilometer a mile an hour, 100 kilometer road, 60 mile an hour. There was a hard shoulder. And I've got a video lasting well over 2 minutes before I turned off. And they were on the main road. On the main road, there was a hard shoulder right next to them. What fucking excuse do you have driving on the main road? A 60 mile an hour road. Someone said road lice. You're fucking arseholes. And that's another thing, Philip. Yes, cyclists do drive cars. And that's one thing I can't... They know what it's like when they get behind cyclists. It's a pack mentality, and they think they know, and they think they're right. But they're just not. And some of the... can I get some of the newest comments? Here we go. Because what I like doing is, right... Here's what someone said. Wonder what a group of 20 pedestrians walking at 2 mile an hour. If you put 20, 30 people walking in front of a cyclist, or, in front of a group of cyclists, they would get pissed off. And don't tell me they wouldn't. They fucking would. And I'd love to set that up one day. Could you imagine? And you say, well, hold on. Why is it okay? If you're saying drivers get angry and that's not okay, why are you getting angry? Because there's cyclists, because there's people walking in front of you. Fucking muppets. Fucking muppets. Anyway, so what I like to do is, depend on what mood I'm in to how I answer people. If I just want them to keep coming back, and I might answer them differently. But to really annoy a troll, this is the way to do it, right? To really annoy a troll. Let me try and find one that I actually answered. Some guy said I should chill. Oh, that's the same answer I gave. He's another fucking idiot. Hold on. Where is this? Come on. So there's over 1,300 comments. And that's another thing, right? If I am so wrong in what I'm saying, there's 3,200 thumbs up on this video. There's 420 something thumbs down. Now, that there alone says it all. Only 400 thumbs down and 3,000 thumbs up. I mean, it says it all. It says it all. Look at this fucking idiot. It's no different to a tractor. Fucking hell. These fucking muppets. Yes, it is. A tractor goes a lot faster, and a tractor will pull over for you. It's completely He's trying to justify it with something else again. Why? Fucking idiots. Oh, like this guy, right? Oh, you late. So he's trying to be funny, right? He's trying to be funny. So my reply was, no, not at all. If I didn't release the video, I wouldn't be able to trigger so many people like you and get over 100,000 views. This should be illegal. And then a load of laughing faces and a load of money emojis. And that straight away pisses them off, because they then realize they've just fallen for the trap. They're trying to say I'm I'm you know, inciting hate, and I'm doing this, and I'm stupid, and I'm blah blah blah. But yet they have to comment on the video, and then when you make a comment like that, they then know, right, well, because he's just given me more views and more money. They don't like that. They don't like that. It's so funny. It is so funny. At least 10 seconds, you could pass them already. Again, very similar. But if I didn't, I wouldn't get 100,000 views. Hook, line, and sinker. This should be against the law. Road rage creator. Like, look at this. Road rage. Oh, so funny. Tell me you get triggered without telling me. Oh, absolutely fucking brilliant. And they're just playing into my hands. They don't realize. They don't realize. They're just falling for it. It's just, it's so funny. It's so funny. What have I missed? Favorite column as photos would say. Have I missed something? Someone's asking a question. I can't. You see, the problem is there's so many comments. See, and this is right. Again, this is what I'm trying to say with people justifying with something else, right? There's what, 10 of them taking up the same as one person in an SUV. Right, for a start. Okay, so they're maybe only taking up the same room as one SUV. They're actually taking up more, but anyway, that doesn't matter as regards the length of them. What has that got to do with fucking cyclists? An SUV, like I explained. And I said, my apologies. It's a well-known fact that every SUV driver drives 10 mile an hour everywhere and is hated. Thank you so much for setting me straight. And then he says, would you get angry at fewer cars? What the fuck? Oh, a queue of cars. Like, cars go faster than cyclists. This is their mindset. This is their mindset. And the funny thing is, you look at these comments, it's the same thing. Like, they say the same thing. You can tell a cyclist straight away from the comments, right? And they say the same thing. When you question them, well, what about a tractor? What about this? What about that? It's the same thing they say over and over again. They've all got the same argument, which isn't a fucking argument. It is just, oh, it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Overtake them like any car. If you can't do it, get a lesson. Like, oh god, it's just, there's some really funny ones. I should have really have maybe got some before I kind of went live, but I didn't. And some of these I haven't seen. The problem is there's so many comments coming in all the time. I just can't keep up. I just can't keep up. So some of them I've missed. So if I've missed them and they're funny, a lot of them take cocaine. I don't know. Okay. Doing nothing wrong. The highway code encourages it, in fact. Oh, God. It's been a long week. Leave me alone, guys. What is... Have I missed something funny? Oh, God. Just... I mean... Just hilarious. I'm trying to... I should have really kind of... I've screenshotted some of them. Are you insane? Are you insane? Oh... Side swipe, problem solved. And it's weird. There's waves, right? So I'll get like waves of people saying that they're fucking idiots, and then you get waves of cyclists coming in, and then waves of people saying they're idiots, and then waves of cyclists coming in again. But they don't realize they're just playing into it. They don't really. I've got them so triggered. And just got and they have to keep coming back and making a comment. Every time they make a comment, it puts the video up. More people see it. More people hate them. They don't realize the trolls and the haters fuel your videos. This has got like 130,000 more, 135,000 more views on this short than my normal shorts because of it. Can't they see? Because they're that fucking stupid, they don't realise. This is why you need to feed your trolls, people. This is why you need to do it, because it's fucking hilarious. Just enjoy your day. I think this was another money comment thing. I'm enjoying all the views and comments and money I'm getting because of this video. Great. Oh yeah, this is another thing. When someone says, "I'm not a fan of Cyclist, and they're not doing anything wrong," but I'm not a cyclist. I'm not a cyclist, right? And this was another person that just didn't know anything. And Rule 66, which is a UK rule, and he never replied back to me, because what I was going to say is, I said, Rule 66 in the UK, and then I was going to be like, well, why the fuck are you commenting on my video? Because that has nothing to do with this, because I'm not fucking in the UK. And like, anyway, did you get where you wanted to go in the end? Like, I don't understand. I said, unfortunately, I did not. I died of boredom, but I died very slowly of boredom. Ah, pull over, take your license plate off, and go deer hunting. Oh, fucking brilliant. I mean, some of the comments are top class. And like I said, depending on what mood I'm in, depending on what, I'll just be so sarcastic, or I'll keep doing it in a way where they keep having to come back and just getting them more annoyed and annoyed and annoyed and annoyed. It's so funny. You're ranting about during the whole clip, the driver cannot overtake due to the curvy roads. This is some of them. I can't even remember what I said to him. What did I say to him? You need to chill out. You're getting triggered. Every right, get over yourself. Would you be bitching following a tractor or horse? Again, honestly, you see these people, they're saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. Horses, tractors, horses, tractors. It's so funny. Cyclist is very popular in Derby. If you can't beat them, get your lyrics and join the fun. I'm trying to see some of the... Oh yeah, like this one, right? Well, no, I think this guy actually... Oh yeah, he was actually, well, like, you know, you're getting 6 points. And I'm like, well, no, you're not. And he was like, well, fair play, I didn't do my homework. So fair play to you, mate. He actually admitted it. Again, but had triggered enough to make a comment. This is what it's all about. It's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. Have you seen some of them? They're like fucking Teletubbies on acid. Do you know that? That's what they remind me of when they're all dressed up. Like fucking Teletubbies on acid. You have to take something to dress up like that. I don't give a fuck who you are. In Teletubbies on acid. See this guy, look, I cycle to work. Why do cyclists do that, you know? Oh yeah, look, another man not getting a patient at my worst. Oh, fucking love it. I'm trying to... There was some really fun... Again, look, an Arctic lorry or a tractor. Like, it's just not the fucking same. It's not the same. They're driving faster, people. It's not the same. There's loads of space to pass safely. Get your eyes tested. What did I say? Sorry, I can't read your comment. It's really blurry. Oh. Oh, fucking love it. Just love it. See, this is it, just gets them. It's so funny. It's so funny. But this I've made some really funny comments, and I know I have, and I'm trying to now find them. What a load of crap. Much easier to overtake a group of riders. Blah, 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 blah. What else did he say? Too many dipshits can't overtake properly. What did I say? You need to chill. Hook, line, and sinker. Too easy. So in other words, I got you again, mate. See what I'm saying? And the problem is, there's a load of people that haven't, that I've screenshotted them, but they've deleted the comments. So after I've said something, they've deleted the comments, like, because they said I'm in the UK and I'm not, and the laws are different and all this sort of stuff. So chill the frig out, man. I said, I'm very chilled. I'm so chilled. My fingers are shaking and struggling counting all the money I'm making from this video. Loving the minions. Yeah, the minions cup. Isn't he brilliant? I've got a green screen and he's yellow, so I don't understand why he's see-through. Because my screen is yellow, not... my screen is green, not orange. Not yellow. Fucking hell. You ever ride yourself? I do, and I'm going to also... The next video I do on this, just watch out for, because people are going to be surprised. They truly are. And there's going to be, in the next video, there's going to be a £10,000 bet that I'm going to put on my next video on the cycling, and we'll see how many of them actually respond to it. My missus does the ride. It's like, yeah, lucky enough we don't get the, you know, the stop oil people protesting here. Well, maybe in Dublin they do. I don't know, but we don't get them over here. So that's fucking annoying too. Yeah, I wouldn't stand for that. I would get out and rip the bastards off the road. Couldn't give a fuck if they glue themselves to the road. It's not my fucking problem. 10k, I will buy myself a bike. You have to win first, and you have to put up 10k yourself. If you do, fair play. But you'll see. Well, I want to say, but I don't want to say because you'd be surprised. Anyway, a bike. If you haven't got a bike, then you can't do the bet, though. That's the problem, mate. You need a bike first. Oh, here we go. Like this, right? There is a single white line, meaning no overtaking, right? Single white line. Well, for a start, it's not a single fucking white line, is it, you dickhead? It's a dashed line. It's dotted. It's not fucking single, is it? That's your first fucking problem. Which means no overtaking. If you had a slow scooter in front of you, would you be the same way? Again, why you're justifying something with something else? Why are you justifying something? This is one of these fucking Teletubbies on acid. This is a cyclist. This is a cyclist trying to be clever, right? Besides UK highway codes, where you are, where I am, I'm in the UK, clearly states. Oh, see, this is what I'm saying, right? Clearly states, fucking, why does this camera keep going to tracking mode and keep zooming out? Stop it. I can't remember what I said to this guy. You know what they say about assumptions, exactly. Completely wrong. Know your facts before you're going to look very fucking stupid. But there was a guy also saying that... I'll try and find it. It was something similar to that about the laws in the UK. That I was on the left-hand side of the road and I was doing this and doing it, and it just, yeah. But you see, I can prove, right, and they don't like this. I can prove, you know, that I do have a camera mount in my van because, again, from the lovely world of YouTube and Patreon, I have posted a video, and I think it was well over a year ago on Patreon, I haven't released it yet on YouTube, but I posted it on Patreon about putting the mount in the van and what I'm going to be using it for, laptops and camera mounts and everything. I can prove all this. So they don't like it once, because they try and say, oh, well, you're using your phone when you're driving. Now, for a start, right, I've got the foldable phone, so it's going to be very difficult. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? It'll be very difficult to, I know you don't have to unfold it to use it, but, you know, with this flapping around, if I was trying to use this flapping around, like, it's going to be blocking the camera. If I was trying to open it, like, it's just not going to work, right? So they don't like it, the fact that I can prove I didn't use my phone, I was using a camera. They don't like it because you know, they're trying to say I'm breaking the law to try and get the heat off them. And when I can prove that I'm not, it pisses them off even more. Winner gets a share of the with Leon on the Dud Island. You should do a video on how to service a bike. You'd be surprised what I know about bicycles and bikes. Did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get the second one? Did you? Partners, how are we doing? I walk every day on the rural roads and meet other walkers and joggers. And 9 times out of 10, they will say hi. But cyclists, leotards are just... Oh... Oh, did he reply to me? Oh, so here, I didn't actually see this reply. And this is another typical YouTube response, right? And this goes on anyone's videos, no matter what they are doing. If someone says something, right? And you can do it to a teacher, a mechanic, doesn't matter, anything on YouTube whatsoever, right? If you question someone, their next response is, well, I'm a professional and I've been trained by the best. And normally when you hear about like it with mechanics, they'll always, well, I worked with Formula One for 50 million years, and it's that usual shit, right? That's how they come back. And this guy's done exactly the same. I drive professionally. He's just like, yeah, fucking idiot. Do you know what I mean? It works straight breast tits. Oh, see, there's some of the comments. Where are they? You don't have to ride 2 abreast. They're perfectly entitled to take up half of the road. It's not actually, and this guy then saying I've got anger issues, right? But again, he doesn't realize this is the ironic thing, right? I've done this video on purpose. I was actually parked at a shop and I saw the cyclist pass. I had my camera and everything ready. I then went out to do the video because I knew what it would do, right? I knew what it would do. And yet this guy is saying, I've got anger issues, but yet he has to come on and actually make a comment. Like, I've triggered him that much. He's got that angry. He's made a comment. Who's got the anger issues? Who has the anger issues here? And again, with this, he's completely wrong. Now, again, I can only talk about Ireland. Maybe this guy's in England. I don't know. So maybe in England this is true. I don't know. But in Ireland, it's not. There is no, like I said, there is no specific law that cyclists can't do anything, right? There isn't. But again, it falls under the banner of driving with due care and attention. And it does state in the Irish law that cyclists should keep to the left where possible. That's what it states, right? If you get a big group of cyclists, and again, I'll show you if I hopefully I'll find it in there, the link that I sent to the guy that got banned in a tractor for not pulling over for cars. And the reason why he got banned is because they could prove from the number plate and stuff. You can't do that. If cyclists had number plates, it would be a different fucking story, because then you could get the bastards done, right? Because you'd have number plate like to the car. But that's why they don't get done, because you can't prove who they are. So if no one, even in a car, no one is allowed to affect the flow of traffic. if there is a safe place for a slower moving vehicle or person, who, whatever it is, they should, by law, pull over for you if they're a slower moving vehicle, right? In Ireland. Again, I can only go in Ireland. Your country might be different. I know this for a fact because I've checked it out. So yeah, he's completely wrong in this. They're not allowed. They can take up half the road. Of course they can do it. But if they hold traffic up for too long, they are breaking the law. That's a simple fact of the matter. You can do it just like you can speed, just like you can kill somebody. Just because you can do it doesn't mean it's legal. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? And anyway, I won't go through all these replies, but I was just winding this guy up to the last. You're completely wrong. I have proved it with other people. Anyway, so we'll read more. You need help, son. I said, it gives me such a warm feeling inside knowing I've triggered you so much to make another comment. Friend, you need help. Like I said, anger management. Who needs the anger management? Who keeps coming back and answering me? I said, I can go privately, especially now with all the comments you are making. I can afford everything privately now. And then again, right? Is this the... They weren't riding 3 or 4 abreast. They were. You can see it in the video. But he said something here now. I said, congratulations. You hold the record for the most person commenting. It's very impressive. Oh, it's upset you that you didn't even know your own obstetrics, right? Get therapy before you give your missus a black eye. Again, this is what I'm saying. When they're losing the argument, they try and come up with something to try and, like, I don't know, justify it to themselves. So, like, give my missus a black eye because of a comment he made. Like, seriously, who's getting triggered here? I was sitting down, pissing myself laughing doing this. I said, this must be illegal, some sort of robbery that I'm doing this, the amount of money you're making. I said, send me your PayPal and I will give you some money back. I feel bad. I feel bad. Like I'll give you some money back, mate. I feel bad. And then his comment back, I said, I will do it friends and family so you don't have to pay any charges. I'm being nice. I'm offering them money. I'll give you money back. What did he say? He said something about then. You're more aware. I'm more aware how people make money off YouTube. Well, you're obviously not, mate, because the more comments, it acts as a view. So the more time someone comes back for a comment, that acts for a view. A comment is, what's the word they use? It'll come to me. It helps the argument. There's a name for it. All the likes, dislikes, anything, a comment, it's all activity on the video. YouTube don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent. The more activity you get, the more it bumps your video up, and it proves it because of the amount of views this video's got. And then he says, "Well done for admitted for because again he's losing the argument here, right? And I'm just laughing, mate. I'm just pissing myself." Oh, what's that? Was that someone just subscribed? I think I missed the sorted. It comes up on there when someone subscribes. Anyway, so and he's like, well done for admitting you batter your missus though. Like, seriously. Like, you see what I'm saying? Can you see what I'm saying? He's losing the argument, so he's saying, well done for admitting you battered your missus. Like, this is a cycling video, mate. You're saying I need help. You are saying I need help, right? I need to go to anger management. You sure it's me? Are you sure it's me? I'm missing some. It's always the motorist that is given a hard time. Right, in the end, hazards or obstruction is caused. What's going on here? What's the topic of the conversation? Well, I think the video title and what I'm talking about kind of gives that away, mate. See, and another thing is, this is also what I'm saying, right? I have put this video out and I put that other YouTube short out welcoming Cyclist to come on. Welcome him to come on and to, you know, live make your opinion. but not one of them has the bottle to do it. Not even to sit behind their keyboard and write a message. What does that say? I'm doing it live. I've also done other videos saying, look, if you've got a problem with me, come on live stream. Let's see how good you are. People say I do stuff wrong. I do this. Okay, prove me wrong. Come on live stream, show your face and prove me wrong. I will give you the platform to do that. I've offered people money before to do it and they've still said no. So, see what I'm saying? It's just hilarious. It's just absolutely hilarious. The problem is you shouldn't be walking on the roads. That's what paths are for. Cyclists don't get banned for riding. Well, that's not actually true. You can't get banned for riding, but you can get into trouble for breaking the law. You can't get, if you're cycling, you can't get banned for on a vehicle because you're not driving your vehicle, but you can get into trouble. You can get fined. It's a fact. I'll show you links and everything to people slowing up traffic and they get fined. A tractor driver got banned. That's just proof. The reason why you don't hear about it much, because you obviously wasn't here when I was talking about this. The reason why you don't hear about it is if a driver does something wrong, they're doing something wrong and you've got a dash cam, you've got their number plate. The police then, from their number plate, they know their address, they know who owns it. Might not be the same person driving it, but they'll know where the car is, they'll know more or less who it belongs to, and they can get, they can do their investigation from there. When you've got a group of cyclists, you can see that they're doing something wrong, you can follow them. The police aren't not going to be able to do anything about it because they don't know who they are. There's no identification marks on them, apart from, a load of fucking Teletubbies cycling fucking bikes. That's why they don't get into trouble. But I know people that are cops, and when they say they come up behind a group of cyclists in a marked cop car, the cyclists act completely different. They just act completely different. Just like when people are driving cars and they see a cop car, everyone brakes. Cyclists act different. Or is that another subscriber? Yeah, another subscriber. Thanks, mate. So yeah, it is just true. Even if a road has perfectly good hard shoulder, the Tour de France wannabe still riding it. I've got a video of that. And I'm going to be showing that. I've got a video of them doing that. And there is what can they say? On the video that I'm showing in the short, they can say, well, there's no hard shoulder. Okay, fair enough. But when there's a hard shoulder there, I've got a video of a massive, I think there's maybe 30, 40 cyclists, and they were on a 60-mile-an-hour road. What fucking excuse do you have for not going on the hard shoulder, which is right fucking next to you? Tell me what excuse you fucking have. Fucking morons. Fucking Teletubbies. I know someone who got caught fined for drinking. Yeah, again, you can get into trouble for drinking and cycling. It's a fact. But you know what's really funny in Ireland, right? Get this. I don't know why this is fact. I know this for 100% fact because I used to work on boats and everything, and it's just true. So in Ireland, you can get done for being drunk in a street. Okay? Drunk and disorderly. Like you can, I think, on most places in the world. You can get done for being drunk in charge of a motor vehicle. Again, like you can on most parts of the world. You can get into trouble for drinking and cycling, right? But did you know, in Ireland, there is no law. You cannot get into trouble for drinking and sailing a boat. Fact. 100% fact. I don't mean in international waters. I mean, on the River Shannon in Ireland, there is police boats. The reason the police boats are there, they're there for the drug runs. But you can be as pissed as you want driving past the police boat in a boat or sailing, and you cannot get into trouble. There is no law against it. And the company that I used to work for, every year people were dying because what was happening was their mates would fall off the back of the boat. Everyone was pissed, didn't fucking realise. And then the guy that fell off the back of the boat was pissed and he couldn't swim or couldn't swim properly and he drowned. Fact. 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 It's just funny. So, yes, you can get into trouble for drinking and cycling on a bike, but you can't get into trouble for having a huge boat and sailing it down the River Shannon, pissed out your head, holding a can up to the police and saying, cheers. Completely legal. Welcome to Ireland. Come on, dude, let's talk about Spanish. Ask me a question and we'll talk about it. How many rural roads in Ireland have footpaths? Not many. If I don't think even the main roads have footpaths. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. By doing a live talking about cyclists, you're paying into their hands and reading the videos titles. I know this. No, you see, that's not actually true, mate, because if you come on here at the beginning, you would have realized that's just not the fucking case. So I did on the beginning of the video, I showed some of my YouTube shorts over the last few days, anywhere from 2,000 views to 5,000 views. This cycling video, 141,000 views. You need to feed the trolls. They're playing into my hands. When you look at the comments that I have been reading, I'm sure people will, well, actually, we'll do a vote in the chat now, right? Do you think that I am playing into their hands, or do you think that I am just winding them up and it's just fucking hilarious? Tell me what you honestly think, and we'll see. Teabag. I'm more triggered these days about young fellas doing 50 plus on some sort of e-bike than motorist cyclists, as I'm concerned, but they... Yeah, again, that's another thing that, you know, it's gonna cause problems soon. You know, I think people are dying now on scooters and stuff like that in towns and stuff. It's gonna cause a problem. It's gonna cause a big problem. They're good and bad with every type of road users. Fantastic. Let's buy a boat. Yeah, no, it's crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And to think you can get into trouble for cycling a bike drunk or walking down the street. Now, you can't get into trouble for walking down the street drunk. You can't. You have to be being a knobhead, right? There's no two ways about it. But you can be driving a boat being a knobhead pissed and you can't get into trouble. You're not driving a boat, you're sailing a boat. But you know what I mean? It's a wind up. Yeah, exactly. If you're pissed enough, you won't care. But having a bit of fun with cyclists, it's all true. Exactly. Believe me, they're playing into my hands a lot more. They're making me a lot more money, and the amount of extra subscribers for this one video, I've like 400 odd subscribers I've gained from this video. So believe me, then I'm not playing into their hands. They've absolutely played into my hands, and when you watch the beginning of this video, you'll see why. Absolutely played into my hands beautifully. And if they were so right in what they were saying, I gave them the opportunity to come on and to talk to me, but they won't. In my next video, I'm going to be putting a £10,000 bet on to any of them. We'll see what they do. We'll see. We will see. I guarantee you, I'll be getting the last laugh. 100%. Where are we? Boats are money pits. They're only 2 days a boat. Well, boats can be money pits, but not necessarily. They can be expensive to buy, though. They're like camper vans. They're just very expensive to buy. But they're good fun. But you do have to be careful when you're on the water because, you know, accidents can easily happen. But I don't even mean like bad accidents. I just mean like dropping your phone, you know, dropping your keys and just anything. That's why when you see a proper, well, I say proper, when you see someone that owns a boat, they have a big thing on the keys, you know, to hold them up, cork, big ball of cork. But it's easy to, you know, drop phones in, and you know, especially if you've got something like this and you open it, because my phone's a fold phone, you have to keep opening it up. You don't have to, but if you open up and it slips down and falls in the water, at least if it falls on the floor, yes, you might break it, but you've still got it. So there's a lot more accidents like that happen on bikes than on boats than anything else. Oh, I can't find the really funny comments I've been making. How long have I been streaming for? Over now. Right, we'll leave it. I'll go soon, but yeah. Moving speed bumps. I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that. Love that. Ah, brilliant. This is why you should carry a water pistol with you. Funny. Right. Again, like, seriously, this is another cyclist. And how is this even an argument? Clearly, they're taking up slightly less than half the road. Oh, right. Right. In Ireland, again, I can only speak for Ireland. In Ireland, you have to, by law, when you're overtaking cyclists, give them a minimum of 1.5 meter distance, right? 1.5 to 2 meters, depending on the circumstances. If you was to give someone here 1.5 meters, every single car would be in the ditch beside them. There isn't enough room. So what's this guy saying? They're not taking up half the road. Like that makes a few inches makes a fucking difference. For some things it does, though. Some things it does, but not everything. Oh, I've committed to a few of the cycling videos, but comments has got deleted, and it wasn't anything rude or nasty. Just my opinion. Well, see, that's another thing about my channel. You can see on here, I don't ban people. Like you know, he's not on here now, but I've got a couple of trolls that keep coming back, and it's just brilliant. I've got rid of most of them just by, you know, having the crack, and they don't like being trolled. And I don't ban anyone. I won't delete any comments. I won't do anything. Now YouTube, if you say something YouTube don't like or use certain words, YouTube will delete them themselves, but I won't delete them. I won't delete them, and I won't ban anyone because, again, I like feeding the trolls. I just love it. Should campaign for more tram rails in the roads, and it's fun watching cycling. Oh, just drive the local cyclist route while throwing carpets to the edge of the road. Give them 1.5 meters of your bite, I say. Oh, brilliant. Fucking brilliant. But like I said in the beginning of the video, if I was so wrong, I wouldn't be getting, you know, 3,200 thumbs up, 400 odd thumbs down. You know, who's right here? Tractors are different, like a tractors. Yeah, I don't understand why people make that. I really don't understand. But filming them is acceptable while driving. When I used to do it, I'm going to do them again. When I used to do the videos where I was filming myself in the car, everyone was saying it's illegal. Like, for fuck's sake, it's not illegal to do that. It's not. People are unreal. You're allowed to film yourself when driving. Now, you're not allowed to hold your phone. But I'm not holding my fucking phone, am I? I've already explained. The phone I've got, you can't really do that because it's a fold phone. It'd be very difficult. If I just did this, this would be flapping. It'd just be too difficult. Fucking idiots. Again, this is why people assume too much. I don't know about the UK, but in Canada, again, I don't think this guy was being thingy, but he just assumed I was in the UK, which I'm not. There has been people which again in the next video I do, I'm going to be showing a lot more proper evidence. I'm going to be showing proper you know, court cases that went on for people driving too slow and getting banned, all sorts. I've got loads and loads of it, and that's what cyclists do, and it comes under affecting the flow of traffic. That's there's two ways cyclists can get into trouble. One is affecting the flow of traffic, and the other one is driving or cycling without due care and attention. Like I said, they're such big, huge banners. If a cop wants to do you, he's going to do you. Like, he will find a way within them 2 banners to do you. You're not going to get away with it. So that's what people don't understand. But like I said, the problem is you can't prove who these people are. That's why they don't get into trouble. But if they had little license plates on the back of their bikes, I guarantee you something, it would be a different, completely different. Why you idiot, Karen? Like, again, just fucking. Oh, come on, where's the oh, here you go. Rule 66 and Rule 64 in the UK. Like, I'm not in the UK. I'm not in the UK. This is why people shouldn't assume. They just assume and they think they're clever. Oh, I'm going to get him now. Fucking Teletubbies fucking on acid driving down the road. I tell you, if Magic Round, no, I'm too young to remember Magic Roundabout, but I know of it. If what's his name, Dougal, is it from Magic Round, the one that was always stoned? If he was alive today and he went through a load of, he would be like, fuck me, this is good shit, because he would just think it's a load of Teletubbies on acid. He truly would. He'd be like, this, I'm gonna get this shit again. Stop moaning and whining. Oh, come on, I made some really funny comments. Tell me you're uneducated without telling me you're uneducated. What did I say? Hook, line, again, I'm trying not to laugh too much. Tell me you're uneducated without telling me you're uneducated. Hook, line, and sinker with stupid. An uneducated person has absolutely schooled you like shooting fish in a barrel. Too easy. So, this thick, stupid, uneducated person you see before you has completely and utterly schooled this fucking muppet here. He had no comeback. No comeback. Fucking idiot. Oh, fucking idiot. Oh, it was Dylan, was it? Dylan was the one that was always stoned. What was the people's name in Magic Roundabout? Was he the little dog fella? Was he a dog? You see, this to me now, this is just brilliant. Like, I've done this video on purpose for people like him. He's done a view, he's done a comment, he's got that triggered, he has to do it, and he's calling me uneducated. And hey, I'm the first person to admit I'm as thick as fuck. I truly am. Absolutely as thick as fuck. First person to admit it. But the thick as fuck uneducated person has just schooled this person. Absolutely. Mic drop. Fucking end of story. Game on. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Do you like filming cyclist bumps? Actually, I'm surprised that no one has said that in the comments. Well, I haven't seen it in the comments anyway. But I'm surprised that no one has said that. See, exactly. How do you pass them with a 1.5 meter margin? Exactly. Exactly. It is not wrong. They have the same rights as you. Fuck off, dickhead. Would you moan at a tractor doing 20 miles an hour? What did I say? Why do people try and justify things? Something. First thing, cyclists aren't doing 20 mile an hour, which they're fucking not. A tractor would pull over for you. I think cyclists pull. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Is this the same fucking idiot? No, it's a different guy. Is this? Right. This is this guy's. I think so. He doesn't know. He's only thinking. For a start, he's only thinking. Right. Which is. If you're going to say something, fucking know it. Don't just think. Right. You need to know what you're talking about. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, and you get someone like me who's just going to keep at you and at you and at you because it's fucking hilarious, you need to know what you're talking about. That's all I'm saying. Know what you're talking about. I think they will pull over. This clip is only a few seconds long. They definitely pulled over immediately. Game over. You can just imagine this fucking idiot sitting there writing this, can't you? And then, what was that? And then he tries to find a game over sign at the end of it. Like, that took him, like, you know, he had to think about that. He had to find that. Oh. Cyclists do not and will not keep pulling over for you every second. And, well, because they won't, because they, you know, because they have to get momentum again. For them to stop and they just won't do it. They just won't do it because they'll be fucked after like 10 minutes of stop, starting. Fucking idiot. Like, how is this even a thing? Fucking idiots. Just absolute fucking idiots. Zebedee was on speed, I think. I think they all were on something, weren't they? Right, before I go, we can do a few car questions. Cyclists are cockroaches of the road. But they are saving the planet. Oh my god, right. How the fuck are they saving the planet? I guarantee you, fucking Philip fucking Ray, whatever you 6003 fucking Muppet. They're saving the planet, are they? I guarantee you, every single one of them has a fucking car, if not two. If you live in Royal Island, you have at least two cars. If you're married or you got a girlfriend, because you need a car to get everywhere, right? And one person goes to work in different places, so they need two fucking cars. So you can be pretty much certain that every single one of them fucking Teletubbies on acid have two cars at least. How is that saving the planet, you absolute fucking moron? Saving the planet. Oh my god. I mean, mate, you just got me. You just got me. You absolutely got me. What am I going to say? Oh, is it another comment on it? There's lots of them and one of you. What makes you important? What makes you more important? This 12 Shadow Co has just commented on the video. Like, how is that? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, it is fucking just dickheads. Oh, what? Saving the planet. What makes you more important? Obviously, what makes me more important? Because it's fucking me, you muppet. Of course, I'm more important than a load of fucking cyclists. It's me. Leon, I feel you are on acid. Jesus Christ, imagine me on acid. If I'm like this one, I'm not on anything. I'm only on a minion at the minute. Saving the planet, breathing in diesel fumes. Oh, I fucking love that comment. I'm going to ask you to do me a favour now, Philip, and I know you're mostly going to say no because it's going to take you too long. But look, if you go and leave that comment on this fucking Muppets thingy, because I would leave it, but that was yours. I don't want to take credit for yours. That was good. I loved that. I fucking loved that. It was 2 days ago. Yeah. Ah. Can you tell me if a Freelander 1 M46 engine is a belt or a chain, and is it an interference engine? Oh fuck, what is it? Oh, I think it's, oh, I can't remember. I can't actually remember. I'll have to think about that. I'm sorry, I'm just focusing on bikes at the minute. But ask me more car questions. Cry more. The laws in place say cyclists take up a full lane. You're fucking wrong. You're just wrong. Maybe in the UK, but... Oh, yeah. I said... What did I say? Okay, but again... Not in the country I live, so how is it relevant to this video? And then he put because it's in the UK. I've just stated I'm not in the UK, and then he's just put because it's in the UK. You can clearly see an Irish number plate in front of these cyclists. Now, just having an Irish number plate doesn't mean that you're in Ireland, because there is Irish number plates in England if you're traveling over or whatever. Like, that doesn't really mean anything, but it kind of gives you a good fucking indication, doesn't it? You fucking dickhead. And not only that, the fact that I've also told you it's not in England. Fucking up. Oh, just absolutely. Okay, right. We'll get some more car questions and then I'll go. Any recommendations on where to buy quality tools online? Oh, it does have the. Well, it depends which one he has. Oh, the M40. Yes, you have the 2-litre diesel, not the 1.8. So yeah, you have the BMW engine. Yeah. Or is it the other way around? No, yeah, it's 2-litre diesel and the 1.8. There's 1.8 petrol. I can't fuck it. My head's just not with it now. Any recommendations on where to buy good quality? It all depends on what kind of tools are you looking for? Because there's just like tools is such a broad. Like, are you looking to start like, getting the basic tools, or are you talking about kind of more specialist tools? Everyone needs to calm down. Take your time, pass safely. As a HGV driver of 35 years, bikes shit me up. Just chill out. Stop holding your phone while driving, you muppet. Another fucking cyclist. I bet he's never driven a lorry in his fucking life. Even if he has. I know for a fact, lorry drivers hate fucking cyclists. They do not like each other. So he's maybe a lorry driver, but he's also a fucking cyclist. So he's a traitor. Fucking traitor. If the chain is on at 9 degrees, you have 370. Yeah, BMW engine. Yeah. 2-litre. Where did you get your hobby tools? Do you mean Hobbit tools? Is that what you mean? Is there a lack of car parts in Ireland? We have guys driving overnight and getting ferries for. Honestly, you wouldn't believe. I had to buy a part, which I'm doing a video for now, right? I had to buy a part for a car. It was only, I couldn't get it in Ireland at all, even from the specialist. Couldn't get it from the main dealers. Couldn't get it anywhere. And there was a few specialists around. Couldn't fucking get it. The part was £88, and I got charged £53.26 from customs to get it in. Fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. Parts are so much cheaper in the UK, but the problem is now is the customs. The customs screw you. It's the Irish customs, and they fucking screw you. So it's so difficult to get parts. Exactly. Since Brexit, it has been a nightmare. Absolutely. Well, it's been a nightmare if you're buying stuff from the UK. If you're buying it from Europe, you're still okay. But if you're buying it from the UK, it's a fucking nightmare. So where is this guy was wanting tools? Has he said to me what kind of tools he wants yet? Where did you buy? If you're talking about hobby tools, they've got a website. In one of my latest videos, you'll see the website. Don't buy from UK then. Well, the problem is just like this part I needed to buy from the UK. I had no choice. So sometimes you have no choice because I couldn't get it anywhere else. So I had to. Porrick, how are we doing, mate? BMWs. Engines best. Ah, funny. Men in leotards. As the guy said what type of tools he wants yet. No, he hasn't. Or have I missed it? If you have any expensive parts, get them sent from they put it on the border and they send it down to you. So, yeah, you can, but again, it depends on they have got that parcel. What do they call it? Parcel hotel or something. But again, depending on stuff, that can also cause problems because not everyone. Even though technically Northern Ireland is classed as England as regards the post office, so when they say they ship to England, they will ship to Northern Ireland, but not every some people do state only ship to mainland England, so they won't ship to Northern Ireland. So that's a problem, depending on what you're buying. The same apply when you're buying from the south to Northern Ireland. Technically, yes and no. The thing about Northern Ireland is, right, what you can do. Fucking camera. Why does it keep going on to track? I bought an expensive camera so it could track me. I keep turning the fucking tracking thing off, and it keeps fucking turning the tracking thing on. It depends, right? So you can, there's no border between Northern Ireland and Ireland, so you can just drive, and if there was a part somewhere, you can go and collect it. It's not a problem. You're not going to be caught by customs or anything like that. So it's a lot easier, but not everyone will ship to Northern Ireland depending on where they are in the UK. Some big companies won't ship to Northern Ireland, so it's good, but the problem is also the parcel hotel doesn't it's kind of good, but not all the time. And if I have to go and collect a part, like this part for example that was 88 quid, it's not, the customer isn't going to pay me to drive all the way up to Northern Ireland and lose a day and fuel. He's not going to pay me to collect an 88 pound part. You know, it's not going to be worth anyone's while. So yes and no. Look, they are taking up the same space as a car. Like, a car drives fucking faster, you moron. Uh, 110k Sprinter, 250 and combined. 110k Sprinter engine, 2,500, and he combined it to collect. Must have been another 300 on top. I tell you, some of the stuff, it is unbelievable. You know, how cheap England is compared to Ireland and stuff like that. I've got a few Silverline spanners. They seem to be decent. And I actually got a lot of grief for this. I did a video ages ago, and I've got some, what the spanners called that you get from the car auctions in Ireland. Fuck, they're really cheap. Rolson spanners, right? I have a full set of them. If you was to buy them from Snap-on, the set that I've got from Snap-on would be something like bloody 10 grand, right? It'd be ridiculous price. It'd be thousands. These cost me 40 or 50 euros. And I've had them for years, and they're fucking brilliant. So, do you know what I mean? And someone said, I remember one of the videos, oh, you're not a proper, how can anyone take you serious as a proper mechanic with a set of Rolston spanners behind you? Fucking dickhead. There's not many places in Ireland stocking good mechanical tools. I'm a fan of Ting Tool, but I used to be a fan of Ting Tool, but Ting Tool have gone down fucking massively. The counts on the ratchets are terrible. They don't have any sort of guarantee anymore, not like they used to. It's terrible. It's like everything. Unfortunately, you buy anything from Ireland, you're going to pay a premium. But there is a few tool companies like Monster Tools, for example. They're all, well, I think, yeah, they're mainly around Ireland. They will deliver to you anywhere. If you go on to their website, and they do a lot of different tools. Also, who are doing a lot of different tools recently, I say recently, in the last 4 or 5 years, is a lot of the motor factors now are getting like laser tools in. They're getting all different type of tools in, which is kind of handy. You pay a premium because you're paying for in Ireland, but at least then, you know, if there's any issues, you go back. But if you buy from Monster Tools on the tool truck, a lot of the stuff is, you know, it's got a good guarantee, if not lifetime's guarantee. I'm trying to think, what does the guy, he sells, oh gosh, did he, no he didn't. I was about to say I was going to go through this catalog. They've got hobby tool stuff, they've got beaters tools, they've got some laser stuff, they've got triangle, they've got he's got a good few different tool brands on their trucks, you know, and that's handy. Any progress on the transit project? I've bought a lot of parts. I'm just waiting for getting a proper place to do it, so it should be coming. Slag me off all you want, but I still use Snap-on US Pro sockets, and exactly. I've got some US Pro stuff. You know, the only time I've noticed when you really want to start paying for good stuff is like ratchets. When you go for the higher brand ratchets, you get more tooth count and you get some sort of guarantee. You don't have to go for the Snap-on stuff, but you can go for stuff like Gear Wrench. Gear Wrench do some really good stuff, and they're cheap. Well, relatively cheap. You know, let's put it that way. For the quality, they're fantastic. I have spanners from Aldi's. They work for home use. Again, you see the thing with like spanners and stuff, you can get away with it. Like I said, there's just certain tools that you can't. You want really good quality ratchets because there's times where you're just hanging off them and you just want them to, you know, hold. And there's obviously all the specialist tools. So like if you're getting like timing belt tools and some of the specialist tools, you kind of normally have to go for a kind of a more top end brand because the cheaper brands don't do them. In a lot of cases, not all the cases, but in a lot of the cases. I also have a set of spanners from when I started in a garage in 1990. Recommend. Another thing you can actually do is, you know, the likes of eBay, and if you're in Ireland, likes of Done Deal and adverts, you know, buy secondhand tools. You can buy, now the problem is the fucking secondhand tools have gone like cars. It's ridiculous. I've seen some tools, secondhand tools, for the same price as you buy them, you know, new, and people are buying them. It's fucking crazy. So, you know, you can go down the secondhand tool route as well, which you will save money. So you can do that as well. That's another thing. I've bought loads of secondhand tools. What's wrong with buying secondhand tools? And I've got loads of different tools. Like I've got the expensive tools, you could say, or the top brands, and I've also got some of the really cheap naggy brands, and depending on what they are, they're perfect. So yeah. Cheap tools always have their place, especially exactly. Cheap tools do have their place. People don't realize, you know, and especially when you're modifying them. If you've got a really awkward place and you can only just get a spanner in, but the spanner has to be bent, well, you're not going to bend your £1,000 bloody Snap-on set of spanners, are you? But you know your 20 quid cheap set, you don't mind. So you know that's great as well. I've got a few ratchet, Snap-on, and Brittle. Yeah, the older Brittle stuff, but there's new stuff coming out now, Brittle Hallmark, and it's shit. Oh, it's absolute shit. The original Brittle was good though. Oh yes, handy for me garage equipment. Irish Garage Surprise, yeah. They're good as well. I forgot about them. They are good, yeah. Um Most expensive hand tool that you have is a £260 knife, which could save me a lot of time. I've got some old spanners. Yeah, I tell you, you know, there's a lot of stuff to be said about old tools like spanners. You know, good and cheap spanners, they'll basically last forever. Like, you're just not going to, like, especially, I've been hanging off my cheap spanners and I haven't broke one of them. So, you know. Oh, this is another fucking idiot. I bet it was either on a Sunday or more like a Saturday or more like a Sunday. They do this one a week, typically on quieter roads when it's safer. But again, right, this fucking idiot, this David, didn't understand. So I did reply to him, but he didn't understand, and he didn't. Again, I'm not going to go through it all, but he was just, yeah. This is a main road between two towns, but it's still a back road. It's very narrow, as you can see. Look how narrow the road is. It's got loads of blind corners. And on the weekends, it's very, very busy because everyone's driving. So that doesn't make sense that they do it on quiet days. Anyway, enough of cyclists. We'll get rid of it. Fuck them. Welsh work stuff. I've seen, yeah, again, I've got a lot of Welsh work stuff, but they're in the UK, so unfortunately you come and get some of the import duties. Actually, I've got a new tool from Welsh Works. Look, I'll show you now in a second. It came today. I'll get it now in a second. Belco for me. Belco, I think, is actually Snap-on brought Belco. Belco's good stuff. My favorite ratchet is my Blue Point Fine Tooth. It's great. Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's the Blue Point again is good. You know, it's I've got what I tend to like. I like a lot of the Facom stuff. Now Facom stuff sometimes makes Snap-on look cheap, unfortunately. But what they do say, they always claim, and if they claim it a lot, it kind of has to be true because they wouldn't get away with it if they kept claiming it. But a lot of all of the Facom stuff is air grade quality. So in other words, from what I've been told, now again, maybe from what I've been told and it's not true, but when you work in, you know, on airplanes and stuff, you need a certain grade of quality of tool because, you know, you're working on airplanes. Now, to me, that's just bullshit. If you've got a spanner that's made from Snap-on and it's 300 quid and a cheap spanner, it's still a 10mm spanner. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to make any fucking difference. But they say you need a certain standard of tool. And the Facom stuff is 30% higher than the grade that you need for aircraft mechanics. Apparently, that's what I've been told. Don't know if it's true. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I've been told. I now work in a body shop in Sligo. We do diamond wheel. Oh, that's handy to know. Diamond wheel cutting. Do you know what would be a good scanner to program TPMS sensors? Yes, I do. I've got the perfect one for you. There's no scan tool that does everything, but there is a TPMS tool that does fucking everything, and I've got one, and I'll show you it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it does fucking everything. It's quite expensive though, but it's fucking brilliant. It'll do everything. Fully updated, but it's brilliant. Anyway, Snap-on is Gucci for mechanics. Actually, the more you look into Snap-on, especially recently, it's not that the quality has gone down. Facom stuff, I've got Snap-on and Facom stuff, and even when Snap-on were, you know, or made in America and all that, the Facom stuff, especially in the ratchets and everything, just far superior, but more expensive than Snap-on. So that's the problem. I've got a spring compressor which I showed on one of my other videos. You can, you know, it's a one that you can take with you. It's a big bulky thing, but you can actually hold it and you can take with you. It doesn't need to be in the shop. And what was it? Was it like 3,500 or something like that? I didn't pay that for it. I got it secondhand, but it was 2,500 or something. It was stupid money. But it's fucking some heavy duty thing. You can put it on any spring and you can get a big air tool or a big battery power ratchet and you can just wail on that thing and it will not break. It is unbelievable, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's expensive. But the reason why I got it is because one of the worst things I hate doing is compressing springs. I hate it. it's a horrible job, and you always have to put your face there, and you're always worried. It's just horrible. Where this has got some special locks on it. It can still snap and take your head off, but it's the most safest one I've ever seen. If that's like saying anything, but that's like saying Russian roulette will only kill one person. You know, it's if you get a gun that holds 6 bullets and you put 1 bullet in, it's safe for 5 people, but it's not safe for the 6th person or whoever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. It's safe, but it's still not safe. Berger for impact sockets. Yeah, got some of them stuff as well. Well, that's one thing I will say, right? Now, especially for people starting out, hopefully the guy is still there. I don't know if he is. But this is a great tip, right? If you're buying a ratchet, whether it's a 1/2 inch, 3/8, doesn't matter, and you're starting out, what I suggest you buy is a flex head ratchet. Okay? Now, when you start doing a lot more mechanics, you'll realize you need hundreds of different type of ratchets. I worked out the other day how much I've spent on ratchets. It's fucking scary. And I mean, it is scary. Like, ridiculously scary. I couldn't believe it. Now, I've done it over 20 odd years, but it's a shitload of money. I couldn't believe, and I'm still buying ratchets. I bought a ratchet the other day. But buy a flex head one, because it just gives you best of both worlds. Do you know what I mean? And if you're buying sockets as a beginner, buy impact sockets. Because again, you can use them on the gun and you can use them ratchet. Now, I know I've done it. Everyone does it. You can still use the shiny ratchets on the gun. I know you can, but if you use the snap-on ones or any ones with a lifetime guarantee and they see the impact marks, they won't guarantee it. So you buy, rather than buying 2 sets, just buy the impact ones. And then eventually you can start buying, silver ones or whatever like that eventually. But to get you going, just buy them. Franklin, yes, Franklin. They are good tools. I've got a lot of Franklin. And again, this tool truck, the Monster Tools, they do Franklin tools as well. Franklin actually, I showed a Franklin tool ages ago, and some guy from Franklin contacted me. And then he never contacted me again, which is a shame. So Franklin, if you're watching, message me again. I managed to explode 17mm snap-on impact just 3 months after. A bit disappointing, but I love the... Yeah, look, just any tool can break, even if the expensive ones, but more than likely when you pay for like one snap-on ones, you will tend to get a replacement for free. So it's kind of... It's annoying, but it's, it's kind of okay. But I brought, and I haven't got it with me, I bought a really cool ratchet because I'm doing mobile stuff, I have to be careful with the stuff I carry. So, and it's taken me a while to figure out what I need to carry on, because I just put everything in the van at first and it was crazy. So I've got a breaker bar, which is obviously you need because it's a breaker bar. And then I've got a huge snap-on ratchet, which is the same length as the breaker bar. It's a 3-foot one. That wasn't fucking cheap. Then I've got a normal 1/2 inch ratchet, right? But Laser came out with this unbelievable thing the other day. Flex head, ratchet, and breaker bar combination. So you can actually lock the head of the ratchet and use it as a breaker bar, so you're not using the teeth. And then you can flick a little button, and then you've got the ratchet, and you can even extend it. Fucking brilliant. And it means I could put that in my van, and I could take out 3 ratchets. So I saved a bit of weight. Put it on my belly, though, but saved a bit of weight in the back of the van. Sorted. Does car manufacturers not rely on a signal to an ABS monitor pressure? Does car manufacturers not apply on a signal from ABS to monitor the tire pressure? It depends on the car. Volkswagen use like a Bluetooth kind of system, where other cars use a different system. It just depends on the car. Depends on the car. So use flex heads are good till you got hard to reach place, not where they slightly. Yeah, I realize that, but what I'm trying to get at is, right, if you had to pick, if you only had one 3/8 ratchet, right, and it was either a flex head or a solid one, and you could only pick one, the chances are you're going to pick a flex head because it has slightly more usage. I'm not saying it's perfect. That's why you need millions of different ratchets. I counted mine the other day and I've got, oh, I don't even want to say, it's just too much. Because every time I think about it, I just realize how much money I've spent on ratchets. And I've got ratchets that I've only ever used once, but I tell you, when you use them, they're brilliant. Every single shape you can imagine. Like even palm ratchets, I must have nearly 10 different palm ratchets. And I brought another one only a month ago because it's a palm ratchet, 3/8, but it had a little extension bar on it. But at the end of it was a wobbly bar, and the extension bar moved, so you got a double wobbly bar. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I've never used it. I just bought it because I was thinking, fuck me, that's going to come in handy. But never used it. But when I use it, it's going to come in handy. But this is my fucking problem. Like, I bought that and I've got another 9 palm ratchets. Why did I need another one? Well, because this one did something slightly different. And when I need it, it's going to pay for itself. Might only use it 3 or 4 times, but hey. So don't do what I do. Just don't, because you realise you spent a fortune on ratchets and then, yeah, not good. Paul, good evening. How are you doing, mates? On my car brake pipes too, it made by Franklin good quality. My favourite ratchet is the Worth twist handle. Yeah, see, again, they're good for taking off bumpers. Twist handles are good because, again, you know, you can just get into them tight places. Yeah. Oh, should I show you my new tool? Should I show you my new tool? I will put you. Well, we'll just do this first. Oops. Oh, God, I'm an arsehole, aren't I? See, I troll the trolls. I'm an arsehole. People, do you know what someone said to me the other day? They said, oh, you're an arse or whatever. You know, you're an arsehole, you're a prick. I said, no. If you're going to call me names, at least get it right. I'm not an arsehole. I'm a cunt. Okay? Okay? I'm a cunt. Headphones on, you bollocks. Ha, Patrick. Oh, fuck you. That's made my day. See? Right. So you know from now on, I'm not an arsehole. I'm a cunt. Okay? So we all know that I'm a cunt. So there you go. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to get the new tool. We're back. How's your ears after your headphone incident? What's the newest car you have worked on to date, Leon? Brand spanking new. Again, there's another video coming out about this. On a car that had, and lucky enough, I just filmed it just because it was, I wasn't planning on doing anything with it. It had 24 kilometers on it. 24 kilometers. That's the newest car I've ever worked on. But I have worked on some brand new cars also, but they've had like, the second newest car I've worked on, it had 725 kilometers on it. And then the rest have just been like new cars, but they've maybe had 5,000 or 6,000 kilometers on them. So yeah. Now, obviously, the car with 20 odd kilometers, whatever it was still under warranty, but I was still kind of working on it. But didn't really do anything to it, but it's still kind of, you'll have to see the video. Over the last 30 years, I've bought tools because I needed that one time to make doing that awkward job easier. The next time you got it in your box. Exactly. Exactly. And the other thing is, when you borrow tools off people, it'll always, something will happen where it breaks. And then you have to replace it. And it's just, that's why I hate borrowing something off someone, because you could borrow something off someone and it could be half fucked. And then when it breaks and you're using it, you have to replace it. So I just hate borrowing stuff. Anyway, got the new tool here, right? It's from Welsh Workzug. Been looking forward to this. The old dog and bone. I don't know if I'm going to be able to lift this up properly, in the sense of it's all going to fall out. But look at this bad boy. You ready? This could just all fall out. This could just go all fucking literally tits up. Oh, can you see? Oh. Yes. Pneumatic injector remover. Look at that bad boy. Can't wait to use it. Got all the connections for all the different injectors. All right. I did a competition on this. The Welsh were doing a competition, and I shared it on my page. And in the video, it showed you how to enter the competition. It's on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram. And someone said, "How the fuck do I enter the competition?" And it's like, oh my god! Like, I said, read the description. Like, watch the fucking video. Actually, that's a point. That's what everyone needs to do. Go over and subscribe to my Instagram, because it's shockingly bad. Like, only 800 odd people on there. I post, and I'm going to be posting a lot more pictures and videos that I'm not posting on YouTube. And I think that was the other problem with that other Muppet telling me how great of a mechanic he was. Because obviously when he saw my Instagram, I only had 800 followers or something, and he just assumed that, well, I don't know what he assumed. I think he assumed that the little video I put up was me trying to fix something on the car, where it was part of another video I was doing. It was just a YouTube short, you know, tongue-in-cheek type thing. Fucking moron. But he got his comeuppance quite quickly, because he told me, and he's a mechanic, right? He's a mechanic. And he told me it's easier to take a wheel lining off than it is to take a headlight out of this specific Golf. Now, I say that because this specific Golf, 2 10mm bolts at the top and the whole headlight comes out. Take the wheel liner off a car, you need to jack it up. You take the wheel off, and you need to take all the different fucking torques that's all been crusted and crap and everything. So you tell me, what's easier to take off? A wheel liner or 2 10mm fucking bolts? Oh, I'm a mechanic. I'm telling you what to do. Fucking idiot. Fucking Muppet. Anyway, this is it. Look at that. Look at all the goodies you get with it. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a video on this. It is the 4589WW Welch Verbatic Mate Injection Remover Tool. And it actually, the first time I've actually held the actual main part of it, and it's solid. I mean, it's a fair weight. Do you know what I mean? That is a fair weight. So yeah. You should. Should you?
Sorted.
Oh, another subscriber. Should be good over a Nissan Vivero.
Sorted.
Oh, another subscriber. I don't get what you're saying. That should be good over Nissan. Have I missed something? Last 30 years. I've obviously missed something. I'm not sure. What's the weirdest tool you've made and what made it? What's the weirdest tool you've made and what makes the injector puller? What cost is it? Oh, hold on 1 second. It's not actually that bad. What's the weirdest tool I've ever made? What's the weirdest tool I've ever made? I've made so many. Oh, that's a difficult one. I actually made recently, and I've actually filmed it, I haven't released it. I've made a tool to hold the cams for doing the Volkswagen engines. You know, the cams you have to turn. And I made that, believe it or not, out of two old wheel nuts or wheel studs and some round bar. I made two tools to hold both of them and to adjust them when you're doing the timing. And they're kind of funky looking, so they're kind of weird. But it's what I made them out of. I think that makes it more weird. I made them out of two. I was just looking around and thinking, what can I make these out of? And I had a bit of a round bar and then two old wheel nuts or wheel studs. And I was like, oh, that'll work. And then in my head, I was thinking, will it work? And doing it, and yeah, bang, it worked. Sorted. Pulling an injector is one of them. Yeah, fucking just a nightmare. Oh, I think was that what you meaning with your comment? Yeah, some injectors are a nightmare, and the tooling you need to pull some injectors, especially when you start getting down to the hydraulic tool. Where's my phone? The hydraulic injectors, they are fucking crazy. I can't remember off the top of my head how much. See if anyone has actually subscribed to my Oh yeah, that was another fucking idiot. When I was doing the electric power steering pump and he told me there's no oil in that. Fucking dick. Subscribe to my Instagram, people. Oh, they've got a new tool. This is the problem. I start looking and I see new fucking tools again. Does it say the price on here? I can't remember, but it's not as bad as you think, the price of it. I'm trying to now see if I can do it on here. F11, get full screen back. What was I doing? I can't remember what I was doing now. I was going to do two things. What was I going to do? Fuck. Oh, it's bad. I can't remember. I was going to do two things. What was I going to do? Two things of. Oh, that was it. The first thing is. This was the first thing. Should have really done this at the beginning. Give me. Why are you taking so long? All right. This is the first one. This is the most important one. This is like, you know, you have to do this. This if you don't do this, it's against the law. Like, this is really bad. Subscribe to that. 959 followers. That's fucking terrible. Changing oil in my DSG Audi A4 Quattro recently, and I've noticed some clutch slipping. Could I have messed up the oil change? I mean, right. This is the problem. You didn't flush it. Did you? Did you flush it? Please tell me you didn't flush it. You just changed oil. You didn't flush it, or did you flush it first? Did you put engine? Did you put gearbox flush in it? Hopefully you say no. Then I'll tell you what you might have done. I don't have Insta. Get it. Get it. The law. The law. But I'm going to get you on Patreon of your stuff. Thanks a lot, mate. No flush. Well, that's a good thing. Don't flush your fucking gearbox. Do not flush your gearbox. More trouble. What procedure did you do and what year is the car? Because there is special procedures to do depending on what year your car is. And did you replace everything? So did you get the full kit? So the new filters, the new oils, everything. Did you do it that way? Let's see if anyone. Just refresh my Instagram. Because obviously, you know, I'm expecting millions of followers now. And what was the other thing I was going to do? Was I going to do this? I think I was. I'll give you a follow on Insta. Good on you, mate. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. Did you do it now? Because I'm going to refresh it and I'm going to see. I'm going to see. Well, where did it go? Why? No. How did I manage to knock my Instagram off? Jason, you're good. You're good. See, Jason's following the law. Because otherwise, you know, if you don't follow the law, you get into trouble. Even though he hasn't followed me yet. Right, how much is this pneumatic tool? Let's check it out for you. I've got giggly bit internet and it's gone slow. Oh, it's gone fast again. Let's see what... again, just because this kind of annoys some people, so we're just going to do a Oki speed test, see what my internet's like. Because I've got like really fast internet. It's the fastest internet you can get in Ireland. Fastest internet in Ireland I've got. True fact. As it stands at the minute. What the fuck? Well, that's not right. I shouldn't have maybe spoke too soon, because that's shocking. Or is it because I'm streaming in like 4K? I've got 1,000 meg internet and 100 meg upload, and I'm only got 69 down, and I've got 100 up. What the fuck? 69 down? I wonder if it's because I'm streaming. I got this internet because I can actually stream in 8K. I was streaming in 4K before, but it was affecting some people's internet, and YouTube didn't like it. There was a huge bloody latency in it. There's like 40 seconds latency. It was terrible. So I knocked it down. 2016 A3 3-litre V6 quattro. I drained the oil and pumped about 7 litres of new oil in with the CD transmission fluid pump. Did you measure the oil coming out of it first? And also, did you run it through all the gears? But did you also have it up to temperature before you drained it? And did you also have it up to temperature before you drove it? So this is what I should actually do, because I can do this. It'll look a bit more impressive if I do this. You ready? If I do that, and if I do that, there we go. So we can look at the old Welshie site. What TPMS tool is it, lad? I can't remember the name. That's why I'm not telling you, because I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But it's fucking awesome. It's awesome. It does everything, but I can't remember the name. But message me tomorrow. You still have my number, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I had it up to temperature before drained. I didn't measure the oil coming out. See, you might just, well, you got two options really. Either you do have an issue with your gearbox, which is, this is the problem when you do a change in your gearbox. You could just have an issue, right? Or you just might not have enough fluid in it. Off the top of my head, I don't know how much you need. But what's normally a good thing to do is to just measure how much come out. Now you can't go just how much comes out, because it might have lost some. But there is a procedure, and I'm trying to think what it is on them, where you have to check it at a certain temperature. Like if you see my video on the Mercedes, did you see the video I did on the timing chain on the Mercedes when I did that one? Because what you have to do is you have to get the special dipsticks, and you have to, I don't think it's the same with the Volkswagen though, but the Mercedes, and you have to check it at a certain temperature, because it as it heats up, it takes a little bit more fluid. So if you measure 7 litres coming out and you think, oh, I put 7 litres in, that's not necessarily the case, because when it warms up, it takes a bit more fluid. So you have to check it when it's at a certain temperature. And the Mercedes, I believe, was it 80 or 90 degrees? You had to check it at. See, there's a procedure for every car, and off the top of my head, I can't remember that procedure, but I'm sure, again, you would have to check it at a certain temperature and top it up as necessary. I saw another thing here on Welsh that I've got, which is brilliant. Where is it? These things are, oh, fuck off. These things, these hub supports, they are fucking brilliant. But let's have a look at, oh, I want one of them. See that chair? I want one of them. I want one of them. I want one of them too. This is the problem. I also want one of them. That actually, see that one there, right? That actually, oh, balls. 1 second. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. No. Oh, I've lost the... do that again. There we go. This one... This one actually pulses. A lot of the modern cars, you need it to pulse when you're putting the fluid in. And this one actually does, which is awesome. But that's not really what I was going for. But yeah, I want that too. Oh, it doesn't tell me the bloody price. I've kind of got an idea, but I don't want to say it in case I'm wrong. But yeah, here it is. There it is. Oh, that one's red. Some ladies might like that. What's the 2JC engine worth? Come out of my Lexus running fine, just need an oil seal. Well, it all depends what's done to it. It's like everything, you know. The more that's done to it, the more they're worth. I wouldn't know off the top of my head. A lot of people are kind of going away from them now. And they're going for the 1UZ, which is what I've got in my drift car, the V8 1UZ, because it's the 2JZs, they're just getting they're getting very, very expensive, where the 1UZs are still, you know, relatively brilliant. Well, relatively cheap, relatively. And when you twin turbo them, you can get the stupid horsepower out of them, a lot more than the 2JZ. So I was always thinking of twin turbo in mind and getting about 1500 horsepower. Could be a future video. What do you think? Could be. Could be. Oh, I should show you the other new tools that I'm getting. Do you want to see the other new tools that I'm getting? Thanks a million. I'll look into it, correct procedure, and check. Yeah, just check the level. But you're going to need a scan tool so you know exactly what temperature is at, and then you check the level at the right temperature. And I'm guessing, off the top of my head, it's going to be around 80 odd degrees. I'm guessing. I'd have to look at the procedure. I can't think off the top of my head what exactly what the procedure is, but it could just be that you're slightly low on oil. But if you're slightly low on oil and it's slipping, it's not a good thing either. I think you might have an issue, unfortunately. Because what another thing people don't realize is, and they don't do, is they don't drain all the oil out of the transverter as well. So they just drain the oil out of the actual gearbox, and there's still quite a lot of oil in there. So yeah, I want one of them. That's why I banned myself from tools. Yeah, that's the problem, because it's just like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Just done Insta there. Oh well, I'll fucking check. Because if you haven't done it, I won't answer your phone call tomorrow. How about that? How about that? But the fact of the matter is, why the fuck aren't you even subscribed to me on Insta already? It's fucking shocking. Yes. Well, someone has. I could. Oh, I know. Here we go. 2 notifications. Yeah. Okay. Oh, someone else as well. 13 minutes ago, mad about cars. Fair play to you, mate. Whoever that was. I don't know if he's on here. Could just be a coincidence. But yes. I see you're on here. Okay. Well, I might answer your phone call tomorrow. There's not a guarantee I will. I might. Do you want to see the other new tools I'm getting? Still got an open tools. I think I may need one day. You can never have too many tools. Never have too many tools. I'm going to be going now in a minute because I've been here for 2 hours, 10 minutes. But did you all enjoy the rant about the cyclist? Because it's fucking hilarious. I loved it. Oh, I fucking loved it. Right. We will share this. There we go. I need to do this and do this. Yes. I've got the newer type engine and it's in 52 plate. It's BBTI2. Much electronics going through it. Yeah, well, like I said, a lot of the lads now are going to the V8 1UZ because I've done a video on it. It's so smooth, that engine. I've got a solid mounted engine, no rubber anywhere, and I mean anywhere. Solid mounted, no protection, no rubber, and I mean no rubber. Solid mounted, and it ticks over. I had a cup of tea on the top of it, and it didn't even shake it. Fucking sweet engine. It can take 1200 horsepower before you need to put rubber mounts on it. 1200 horsepower before you even need to put rubber mounts on it. There's not many engines that can say that. A few Jag engines, the V12 Jag engines, will even smoother again. I think it was the smoothest running engine ever, but yeah. Anyway, so some of the new tools I'm getting. Right. Getting this bad boy. You ready? We're getting this. So you watch the video. Groovy. I do kind of take the piss out of them with their music. I know why they have to do it though. Still funny. Night, but I love everything. See you later, mate. See you on Patreon soon. You should make the cyclist rant a series. I'm going to, mate. I'm going to. Right, so this new tool, right? It allows you to lift up the suspension and it allows you to hold the actual shock properly on your transmission jack. So you can get it all out, but it's actually, right, it's offset. So your transmission jack can be to the side and it's not in your way, but it allows you to get the hub off and keep the suspension there. So you're not trying to fight against, you know, with the hockey stick, you're not trying to fight against anything. Now they're obviously taking out the shock there, but if you're just also doing the hub, you don't have to fight against anything, right? It's really good. So you can see here how it's offset. Look, it's offset to the actual to the body of the transmission jack, which is awesome. All right, what else am I getting? Let's go back here. I am also getting one of these bad boys because, as we all know, we've gone to ethanol. We're at E10 on fuel and we're still on B7 for diesel, but we are soon go, well, again, in Ireland, maybe it's already happened where you are, I don't know. My minion's empty. He's sad. B10 in diesel. But look at this bad boy. It's a shame I can't make this a bit bigger. I don't want to make it full screen. Can I make it full screen? Can I easily? Oh, that is full screen apparently. Engine running like shit, look. Engine lights on. Running like shit, right? But you're getting some misfire codes but it might not be. This is the problem. This is why you need tools, right? If you don't have the tools and you got a problem like this, you're going to be thinking, oh, well, it must be my heat. It must be my spark plugs. It must be this. I'm going to put coil packs on. I'm going to do this. And you're spending a fortune and just firing the parts cannon at it. And all the time, it's the fuel. But if you don't have the tester, and it only takes a few seconds, as you can see, to put it on. If you don't have the tester, well, then you don't really know. But with the tester, and because it's an inline tester, that's what I like about it. It's an inline tester, so you can just, you don't have to take samples out of the car or anything like that. You just bang it in line, turn it on, bish, bash, bosh, and it gives you a reading, which will give you a reading now in a second. So, plug it into the battery, which he's about to do. And we have a ethanol reading, in this case, of 63%. Way too much. So then drain the fluid, put the new stuff in, blah, 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 blah. And we have a reading of 15%. Boom. See? Boom. Sorted. Done. And you see, this is the thing with tools, right? That takes a couple of minutes. Bang, you're done. Now, if that's not the case, you can go and look at other stuff. But if that's your case, boom, straight away, no more fucking around, no more, move on to your next car, bang, sorted, charge the customer. You know, you can make a lot more money because you bang it on, move to the next job, boom, 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 boom. Wow, 63. Ah. Yeah, but, you know, they're just showing you the examples, you know. Engine misfire, knocking, engine light on, unable to start. Right, what else we getting? Also make one of them that you should be shocking stub axles at the same time to remove the ball joint. Also make one of them that you should be shocking the stub axles to make the ball. New transits, you'll be heating up every time, always. Anti-seize, bolt heater is, yeah, I want the electric, you know, the fucking, what you call it, I think they've got one here. Oh, maybe not, we'll see. Do they? I want one of them. The heaters that heat up the bolt or the nuts, I don't think did they have one? Maybe I'm wrong. Where's the next page? That's not everything, is it? No. Or have I gone into the wrong section? Yeah, I think I know which ones you mean, but I want one of them too. Anyway, what else am I getting? Oh, yeah. The diesel heater plug remover, the snapped one. Hobby Tools do 3 different types of injector remover. So you have the glow plug, universal glow plug puller. Then we have the universal glow plug tip puller. So that's if the old tip, you know, having issues with your tip can happen, tip problems. And then we have the repair one here. So I'm also getting this one. So is that the repair one? I think that's the repair one, yeah. So it allows you, because I've got 2 heater plugs that are going to snap in my van. Whoever had it last didn't look after it, or maybe look after it is the wrong word, but didn't change them when they should have done. And when I was changing them, I saw 2 was going to snap, so I left them because it just, believe me, there's nothing you can do. They're going to snap. I could flick them and they'll snap. So I wanted to do it for a video to show people because it's a common thing, and you know, there is tools out there to sort the problem out. So yeah, some of the new tools I'm getting. Anyway, I'm going to fuck off now. I have I will be doing more videos for the Cyclist, for them lovely cyclists, or Teletubbies on acid. and we will be looking at more videos coming soon. I should hopefully have the other video up if I've got a lot to do on Saturday or Sunday. Have the other part of the video up to the Volkswagen Caddy, the one with the bolt broke for the injectors. Should have that up as well. And yeah, it should be all good to go, I think. Anyway, as always, hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my Instagram, otherwise there will be trouble. Okay, you've been warned. It's like I said, it's the law. And then we will be fine. If you don't, I will know. I will find you, as Liam Neeson was saying. I have a certain set of skills. Okay, you've been warned. I'll see you later, everyone. Have fun.